Welcome back to the Blue Streak, where we break down who we are, what we do, and why Miami-Dade Schools Police is your best choice. I'm your host, Executive Officer Jandro Suarez, and today we're diving into the Police Explorer program. And who better to tell us about the Police Explorer program than our very own advisor Bryan, Diaz. Officer Colleen Labarrie is our coordinator. And of course, we have Chief Explorer Arianna on the show. Thank you guys for joining us. So Officer Labarrie, for those viewing audience that don't know what the Police Explorer program is, what is the Police Explorer program and why do we offer it in our schools?
Well, the Explorer program is where we get to expose to our students what we as law enforcement do. And that includes training, including learning about the criminal justice program, learning about the court system. Any type of training that we kind of went to, they're going to also get exposed to that.
And it runs just like any other program in a school, right? For like a chess club or basketball club or whatever club.
Right. They meet 1 day a week after school, and that is chosen by the advisors to what they would like to meet, and they get together, and again, that's where their training begins.
And Officer Diaz, so you're in there with the Explorers day in, day out.
Yes.
How do you try to do the real stuff, but make it safe for the students because you don't want to expose them too much. So walk us through a little bit of that.
No, we have tools that we use. Obviously, when it comes to like hands-on training, like let's say tactical, when we're clearing the hallways, as what our specialized team uses, we use the orange guns just as they do for training. So, and to simulate it, to make it as real as possible, we get actors from the school, and these kids love to act because, some of them do drama. So they'll give us the real screamings and shouting and the pressure that my explorers need to simulate what they're going to deal with when they go into the scenarios. So the more practice, the better. And a lot of the simulation has helped them win many competitions because of the pressure and the fear factor that kicks in.
Absolutely. And Chief Explorer Arianna, what made you sign up for the Police Explorer program? How did you hear about it? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I've always really been inclined into law enforcement. So I always did my research and what I can do to just get a head start on it. And my best friend was the same way, and she found Police Explorers through our middle school, actually. And she told me about it, and the moment I got a chance, I just joined. I thought it was so interesting, and I was really excited too.
Do you remember your first day? Were you super nervous, shy? How'd that go?
So I joined 5 years ago. So sadly, I don't remember my first day. I don't remember what I ate yesterday. But I do know that whatever happened, it inspired me enough to continue for 5+ years. It was that amazing. And
now you hold the rank of chief.
Yes.
You run the whole organization over at Coral Reef Senior High School.
Yes.
And Advisor Diaz, what's the biggest change you've seen in some of the students talking about change?
The biggest change is their work ethic. I remember her starting off and a couple of the explorers, just day one, they're in their uniforms, ready to march. But I know in them, they want to have that drive. It's like, how do I become that police officer? How do I one day become as good as the advisor I'm starting out right there? And she was dedicated and committed to taking on the hardest training that I was going to possibly give them. 5 years later, we went from entering little competitions, winning 4th or 3rd places, to having that hunger and wanting more. And by that, the last 2 years, we came back with first place trophies from locals, our in-house competitions, in which this year, she was hungry enough to want all trophies this year from in-house. And she took 5 trophies from our department. First place out of all the posts. 2 years ago, first place in traffic stops out of 20+ agencies in Miami-Dade County. And then for us, 2nd place in the state competition for search and arrest. That's hunger.
And this is the first year you guys go to states, correct?
This was our first year, and we came out better than we thought.
Also, I want to just add, the biggest changes you do notice is when they first, that first day that she came in, like she said, that she was nervous. By the time you get to the 4th and the 5th year, they have complete utter control of that classroom. They already know all the commands. They have also gained respect from us as well. And we trust in them that, these 4 or 5 years that she's done this, that she knows what she's doing. And not only that, but she could share what she learned when the others come in.
No, we have all the trophies around. Yes. I told you guys to bring in a few trophies, but as you can see, we decorated the entire studio with trophies.
That's not all. There's a lot.
We brought a quarter of the trophies.
And can you tell us about this belt here? This is like a WWE belt. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, this belt is called the Miami-Dade Schools Police Departmental Championship. So I got this belt made and custom for them so that they stand out, in front of all the competition that we come across. So I want everybody to know that our kids...
Hold this up for the viewers.
That our kids are that good, and they deserve this belt.
Absolutely. So no other agency has a belt like this.
No.
So they walk in, it's like WWE style.
Yes.
It's,
Well, when they walk in, I want to see like, oh my God, these kids are no joke. These kids are literally from Suplex City, you know?
Suplex City. That is awesome. So we're talking about the training and scenarios and real life situations. And we also do the police language, radio procedures. Why is that important in the program?
Well, for one thing, it familiarizes them with how we speak when we're on the radio, so they will learn radio procedures. But what I like to do is I like to tell them when we're teaching them in the classrooms, you can use these police codes in your own personal life. Like when you call your friends, to help them practice their codes. What would you say to your friends? Give me a Q code that you would ask one of your explorers. What would you say?
We always use QRU. I think
QRU,
it's the most basic.
which means how are you? Are you doing fine? So for one thing, again, they're learning the codes that we use, but again, they get to also play with it and have fun with it.
My favorite code is a 12.
Me too.
You know what that is?
I'm always hungry. Yeah.
Yes, she's always
What's
hungry.
mine, Arianna?
59.
So what's been the most challenging part as a police explorer program?
Definitely getting out of your comfort zone and being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think you're going to learn so many things that you're not good at, and everyone's just going to pressure you to be good at it. And that's a lot because, your brain is just so used to just doing what you're comfortable in doing. And PT and learning new skills, new tactics. Maybe you're not good at talking to people. You will learn how to talk to people.
That's important. As law enforcement officers, we need to talk to people. Mm-hmm. And another thing you mentioned there, PT. I know you're very big into PT. For those PT physical training, how many push-ups can you do?
Like 6, 7.
6, 7? But no, I heard you're a big PT enthusiast. So that's very good. Why do you think it's important to incorporate that in the program?
Discipline. I feel like learning not only discipline, it kind of unites the whole entire team together for them to realize that if you make a mistake, everyone makes a mistake, right? Everyone is one. So, having to pay in push-ups for one person's mistake kind of unifies everyone. We're in this together. We suffer together. I think it's so important to realize that, and it builds you as a part of a community more.
Also, for the physical activity, it also, have them take a look at themselves as the fitness level, as to where they need to be at their age, and help them with their self-esteem. And like she says, it brings them closer together because they all will suffer together for it, even though, physical exercise is not a suffering, but, it's fun. And again, it's to help them be self-aware of where they need to be at their physical level, at their age.
Perfect.
It also eliminates tunnel vision. Like you make less mistakes when you're in tunnel vision. So when you're in the best fitness and you're out doing these scenarios, you're in good shape. So whatever scenario you come across to, you're capable of making less mistakes pretty much. That's the whole goal of fitness for me when I do it for them.
So training, competition, PT, but I know you guys also volunteer, give back to the community. And as I know, as a law enforcement officer, it's all about the community. So tell me a little bit about those community engagements that you guys do. What are some of the things? I know you just did a book bag giveaway, but now we're back to school. So tell me a little more about those.
So I think it's such a amazing way to interact with your community and really see what's going on and just be part of it. I feel like you network so much. You meet people you thought you would never meet, board members, people who are involved in your school and in your community, and you realize how much of an impact you can make. I think that's so important.
Also, with the community part, I have to say that our explorers are like mostly exposed in any other agency. That me being the coordinator, I get requests from you name it, from all over Dade County, asking for our explorers to go out there and give back to the community. What we're also doing is we're exposing ourselves to other students that would want to be a part of this program. So that community thing, going out there and showing us, showing up what we do and what the kids do, because in reality, they've seen these kids feed the homeless and giving back these book bags to these kids that doesn't have it. All these things that they're doing, trust me, they're very appreciative of all that we're giving them the opportunities to do.
And now as a senior, you're a senior in high school, you're applying to colleges.
Yes.
All these things, resume builder, right? Community service, 5 years in the Police Explorer program. Advisor Diaz, tell us more how that's going to help the student propel and stand out from the competition. What are the things that they do for college?
Well, this is good for college because you're an adult by that time when you're in college. So the reason why we put you through this program as well is not just, to learn how to be a police officer, but it makes an outstanding citizen of you. So when you come to this program, especially when you be in law enforcement, there comes a level of maturity that that needs to come with. And when you're out there studying for whatever major it is, or doing these internships or these jobs that you're gonna apply for one day, they're looking for that grown adult already. You have to be out of the high school stage at some point. But being grateful for the Police Explorers program, you're learning that so young at 14, 15 years old. So my goal is to prepare them for real life. So that's why I encourage them to join, because when you're 18 years old, I want you to look like you're already 25 and experienced.
Lovely put. Officer Labarrie, where do you see the program going in the next 5 years? I know right now it's offered in high school and middle school. Where do you see it going?
Well, for one thing, I want to say is that, again, the program is about, in having these students have an awareness of what we do as police officers. So what I would like to see is that all my explorers go through. Yesterday, I went to a meeting and I had about 5 of the students didn't even want to be cops. They actually just signed up so they could do community work. Well, my job is to make sure that those 5 kids that said they did not want to be cops actually want to become cops. So in 5 years, I would love for all of our posts that we have throughout Dade County in the middle and high schools is for them to continue on, especially from middle school. So when they get to high school, they end up as their senior year as a chief. And then from there, if they decide to go to college, they go to college. But when they finish, to know that there's a job there waiting for them with Miami-Dade Schools Police.
Arianna, for those students, parents, or anyone watching us, and they're on the fence about joining the Police Explorer program, what would you tell them?
I'd say just do it. There's nothing to lose and there's everything to gain. I can tell you for a matter of fact that it's made such a big impact in my life and really changed who I am. And I am 100% sure it will do for you too.
And Colleen, for those viewers that want to know a little more, where can they register and how could they know more about the Police Explorer program?
Okay, first of all, I would like to, there's an exploring.org website that kind of, describes more about what exploring does. But to become an explorer with us, the Miami-Dade Schools Police, they can go to our website, which is mdschoolpolice.com, and then they can, click on Police Explorers, and then they can get more information from there.
Thank you. Officer Diaz, anything that you want to close out with the segment?
No, I just want to say that this program overall is what inspires me to continue doing what I'm doing at the end of the day, because you and I know that this is a long career, 25 plus or 30 years. So you want to have the same feeling you had on your first day on the job, where you're just as lit, as on fire as your first day.
The kids keep you young, right?
They keep me young at the end of the day. They keep me young. They keep wanting to do more, because without them, I don't want to be sloppy or anything at the end of the day. So I have them asking me questions on how to improve, and so they're pretty much a reflection of me. So, and I'm grateful for them and for being committed, because that makes me more committed to them and my job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you again for joining us on the Blue Streak podcast. Thank you to Miami Community Newspaper for hosting us again, and we'll see you on the next one.